Larry, Dave, and Bob take off early Friday morning, heading out to the Ridge and Valley area and the pocket. They're heading west on Georgia 140. Here they're passing through Waleska. That's Reinhardt College on the right there. Here they're entering the pocket area between Mill and Horn Mountains. This is an old CCC camp area. You'll see remnants of their work as you walk around here. It's now a recreation area, and quite a number of people camp here during the summer and fall. Soon their route takes them over to the Chatsworth area. Here they're on Highway 52 heading east. That's Fort Mountain that you see in the distance. That's where they'll be going. Lunchtime came around and they decided to stop at Poole's Barbecue at East Ellijay. After lunch, they worked their way over to the Dial and Doublehead Gap area. And headed on Georgia 60 south towards Sucius. Dave and Larry decided to do a little bit of off-roading. Here they're on Caddistown Road in the National Forest. They'll take this south to its intersection with Forest Service Road 42, and they'll take that east to what's called Cooper Gap Road towards its terminus, and Sucius. In Sucius, they camped at TWO, meeting up with the other fellas. That would be Richard and
there's a BMW there.
Dennis and Chuck.
400.
The following morning, they broke camp and made a turn onto Georgia 180, which which a little further east is called Wolfman Gap Road. Always a good motorcycling road. After Wolfman Gap, they headed north towards the North Carolina border in the Hiawassee area to ride up Bell Mountain. Bell Mountain is a new park in Towns County. It was deeded to the county in 2016 by the Heron Estate. Prior to that, it was a rite of passage of sorts for the locals, in that you couldn't get up here without a Jeep or a dirt bike. The road was terribly rough. It was paved a few years ago and has become a very popular area for families to get some elevation and see the sights. While it's nicely paved now, it still is very steep and at places very curvy.
Welcome to Bell Mountain, October 2019, and we are high up here. First time for Chuck to ride with our group. Chuck Johnson, Larry, Bob, Dennis, Dave, and we're parked way down below there. Way down below there. Hello, Chuck.
If anything, the ride down off of Bell Mountain feels steeper than coming up. Even if you put your bike in its lowest gear and let the engine braking slow you down, you still have to use your brakes quite often. And that can lead, and it does lead in automobiles to overheating. And on an occasion, the brakes overheat on a bike too. It was lunchtime, and they decided to go down to Helen for lunch. What you get in Helen this time of year is not only lunch, but traffic. I've never stopped at this place. It's called Paul's, I believe, and they wanted some big dollars for the guys to enter here. And I guess convincing them that motorcycles don't take up as much space as cars and that they're only going to have a quick lunch, I think they got in for free, where other people were paying, I don't recall how much it was, but well over $10. This is not just the lunch crowd. They have some sort of special thing going on, and that's the reason for the high entry fee. That's Chuck on the left. This is his first time riding with this group. After lunch, they're back out in the traffic in Pelham. The crosswalks and the tourists crossing over really do cause a jam here. One can become impatient. And here's Richard doing a little bit of New York lane swapping. Finally, the traffic eases up and they have pretty much free sailing the rest of the way home.